When you advance science, you advance society. The American Association for the Advancement of Science is the leading voice for science professionals and advocates, supporting research, education, and outreach. Join us. Click the ad or visit AAAS.org.
The Cricket Badger Podcast IPL Daily, in association with Moonrise Cricket, Indian Premier League 2020 13th edition. Every day, every game, every spill, every thrill, every triumph, all the way to the IPL trophy.
Hello everybody, welcome along. It's another edition of the Cricket Badger Podcast, the IPL Daily. We're about halfway through the group games now, but IPL 2020, it's going very, very quickly indeed. But it's massively enjoyable while it lasts, and we've seen two really good games as well today. We saw the Sunrisers Hyderabad going down in a very close encounter against the Rajasthan Royals. Vital points for the Royals today. And then we've just seen the Mumbai Indians getting home against the Delhi Capitals. Top of the table clash, that takes Mumbai Indians to the very top of the table. Delhi Capitals go to second place. To help me talk about those games today and then to look ahead to tomorrow's action, I'm joined by Naman Shah and Samson Peter. Sam, we'll start with you. The game that we saw earlier on today, Sunrisers Hyderabad, they looked as if they'd got that sorted out. And Rajasthan Royals, well, put it this way, Sunrisers were Tewatiad, weren't they? Rajasthan Royals got home and they have got two vital points in the back pocket after 4 defeats. It's a big result for them.
That's right, James. It was complete performance by Rajasthan Royals. I was actually hoping for a Ben Stokes show, but Tewatiad, what a player that he has been. We thought that was a fluke. I thought that was a fluke show when he played against the Kings XI Punjab innings, but he's turning out to be a great hitter. Today he just came in and took the game from Sunrisers Hyderabad, and that is magnificent. That's very good clean hitting from him as well. The way he went about Rashid Khan, that 3 back-to-back fours, 2 sweeps, that was amazing. I think Tewatiad has been a match winner for Rajasthan Royals.
Parag's 42 cannot be underestimated, but you're quite right about Rahul Tewatiad. I agree with you. I thought it was going to be a one-off, but it's almost given him belief. He's now getting into similar situations and thinking, well, I've done this once, I can do it again. And the next time he's thinking, I can do it. I've done it twice, I can do it again. He's building his confidence up, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Even Sehwag, who started as a spinner, he came out to be a very good batsman. I think it's going to happen same with Tewatiad as well. Even Sunil Narayan was a similar batsman like Tewatiad. He's starting out to be a really good batsman. And what surprises me is how clean he can hit the ball. And I was just amazed to look at how he went about Rashid Khan. It's not easy to play someone as good as Rashid Khan, but he's turning out to be a match winner for Rajasthan Royals. What a pick.
And Naman, Sunrisers Hyderabad, they can look back at that. There was a couple of drop catches, 158 for 4, I thought was a decent score on that surface. And they can look back on this game as 2 points lost, really, can't they? Because they really did get across the line and then got pulled back to defeat.
Yes, I thought they got a bit overconfident over there. They lost the plot after 16th over. They took Parag and Tewatiad both lightly over there. I guess 158 was a quite formidable score, and looking at their bowling attack, it's a good score, but I guess they completely took lightly this Rajasthan batting, and I was happy that Rajasthan stayed there. They were with the hopes. The youngsters believed in themselves. Taking over, as Sam mentioned, Rashid Khan is not easy, and that too hitting back-to-back reverse sweep in such crunch situations is just like gold for Rajasthan. I was miffed seeing Ben Stokes opening. I guess Rajasthan is again doing a big blunder. They are not very much clear with the roles. Opening with Ben Stokes after such a lockdown, and he has not been in touch with cricket in some time. But yes, end of the day, they might be happy. Right now, they should be happy. They stole it literally, but they still need to be clear with their batting lineup.
There's more to come from Ben Stokes. It's one of those things. We saw Owen Morgan and Pat Cummins play their first game for KKR the day after they'd come out of isolation, and Ben Stokes only came out of isolation yesterday. So probably asking a bit too much of him to become world class with little practice. But looking at the table, Naman, it levels it up between these two now. They both played 7 games. They both got 3 wins. They both sit on 6 points. They're both 2 points behind KKR and RCB, who admittedly have played a game less. But that's a massive result for Rajasthan, isn't it? Sunrisers and Rajasthan now can both look ahead to the second half of the league campaign with the playoffs certainly in mind.
Yes, and at the right time, they have got back Ben Stokes, and now the momentum is with them. They just need to figure out, as I said, their batting lineup. It was much more with getting ahead, hurting Sunrisers Hyderabad with the new ball, because I thought that new ball was coming quite a good onto the bat, and they wanted Buttler and Stokes to go berserk after the first 6 overs. So I guess that is the only reason of sending Ben Stokes ahead. Also, Hyderabad, we are seeing right now Bairstow and both Warner, they are quite batting quite nicely, but I feel their middle order is still not so much confident and not that experienced to handle the business end of this tournament. So they need a 1 or 2 failure top the order so that their middle order gets exposed and they feel much confident about this batting order. So right now I'll give a bit 2 points up to Rajasthan because they have right now Ben Stokes and Archer is in brilliant form. That maiden over he bowled, it was something else. I was getting goosebumps. He was continuously bowling at 150. But yes, I guess Rajasthan is having an advantage right now more than Sunrisers with Ben Stokes coming in.
Well, that innings by Rahul Tewatiad, it made him the player of the match in the game, with Sunrisers going down by 5 wickets to the Rajasthan Royals. And to be Tewatiad, it's now a word, isn't it? It's now being ahead in life and then being hauled back to defeat. If you're Tewatiad, that is the new word for that scenario. BodylineTshirts.com. Browse the finest collection of cricketing t-shirts on the web. Hundreds of original cricket designs for cricket players and fans alike, featuring everyone and everything from Larwood to Leach and Cow Corner to Chin Music at BodylineTshirts.com. And you can get 10% off your first order using the code BADGER at checkout. BodylineTshirts.com. T-shirts for the discerning cricket fan. Let's get on to the second game of the day, and this is one that I was really looking forward to. These are the two sides that have impressed me most, I think, in this tournament so far. RCB as well. I think those 3 teams, I think, have been the best in the tournament so far. And Delhi Capitals have made 162 for 4, Mumbai Indians getting home in the last over. But Sam, it sounds close, isn't it, that they got home with 3 balls to spare, but it was always looking like Mumbai Indians were going to get across the line. It's just this tournament is teaching us that games aren't won until they're won, are they?
True, James. Even I thought it's going to be easy, but at some point, after Andres bowled that really controlled 18th over, I thought, maybe they can do something about it. But again, Stoinis, I don't think he's a really good death bowler, and he came in, he didn't bowl too well, I guess. So I think if they had Rabada, if he was bowling the last over, I think it would have been a complete different story. And T20 is a really funny game. You just said it right. I mean, it's not won until you won it. So yep. And two sides, they're amazing. They can produce anything. So yeah, this is a good game.
I totally agree with you about Stoinis and the death over. I think he got away with it against KXIP earlier on in the tournament. I think he bowled quite a poor over there and got a wicket with the full toss on leg stump when Chris Jordan hit it straight down Kahisa Rabada's throat. I don't necessarily think he is the over for the bowler for over number 20 for Delhi Capitals. They may have to revisit that. But if you look at the way Mumbai played, though, they showed their strength today, didn't they? Their batting, they've got plenty of firepower in that batting lineup, and they bat so deep as well. Even despite the fact they lost wickets, you always felt they had enough in the tank.
Yeah, I mean, Mumbai, they're a complete side. In the tournament, they're one of the most complete sides. They have very good firepower. The batting, in the top order, you have Rohit Sharma and Quinton de Kock. And in the middle order, is just explosive, having Hardik Pandya and Kieran Pollard. And the bowling, they have 2 world-class bowlers. They have Bumrah and Trent bowled. And they just have a very good bowling attack. And they're just one of the most complete sides. Rohit Sharma doesn't even need to worry about picking his 11 because his team is just sorted. He can just go with the same 11 and play all 14 games. And he can even rest a few guys. And they have very good backups, and I think they're one of the most complete sides in the tournament.
And Naman, looking at the way Mumbai played today, Quinton de Kock, who we all know is a terrific player at the top of the order in white ball cricket, 53 from him today, and it seems that with Mumbai, that if Rohit doesn't fire, Quinton does, and vice versa. And it was a big game for him, you imagine. South African opening bowlers against him, Kahisa Rabada and Amrit Nortje, who he's played a lot of cricket with for his country. He'll be very pleased that he's got one over on them today, I'm sure.
Yes, James, if you will notice that they are setting an example for the other teams. You saw first 4 overs, they were just knocking off, taking singles, and they just saw off the new ball. They played very carefully first few overs, and then they turned the second gear. And after Rohit Sharma got out, de Kock did not stay away from that. He did not think of that, and he kept hitting his shots. So this is what Dhawan had to do in his innings. He did not get aggressive. He was out of form till many matches till date. But you saw that he did not switch any gears at any time. He was there scoring around 60 runs of 50 balls. They need a bit of action there. But also the next thing is when Prithvi Shaw gets out early, you directly 30 runs of Delhi are declined over there. They are short of that, and also if Stoinis fails. So in the middle part where Pant, Iyer and today Rahane all are playing, they need to get a bit more aggressive. This is where Chennai is also failing and Punjab is also failing. So they need to be on the aggressive end from 6th to 15th over. So this is what I noticed, that Surya Kumar Yadav, then de Kock, they did not held back. They kept playing their shots, because this takes away pressure from Pollard and Hardik Pandya, who comes in the 16th over and they have to score less.
Big result there for Mumbai Indians, who, as I say, go top of the IPL table. The defending champions looking very, very good in the UAE, but you certainly wouldn't discount the fact that that could be the final. Delhi Capitals and Mumbai Indians have certainly looked two of the best teams in the competition so far. Moonrise is a sports engagement website to allow sports fans to learn from the very best. Get a personal video message recorded for a fan's special occasion. Have a professional cricketer as your next coach by getting video feedback or having a 30-minute conversation with some of the world's best players. Players such as Jimmy Neesham, Colin Munro, Tammy Beaumont, Danny Wyatt, Monty Panesar. Visit moonrisesports.com or go to Moonrise Sports on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Moonrise Cricket, let's play. Gentlemen, it is time to choose our Moonrise Cricket moment of the matches today. We've seen 4 teams going at each other hammer and tongs as this Sunday has progressed. Let's start with you, Sam. The moment that you would pick to be your Moonrise moment of the matches today?
I would pick definitely Tewatiad, because he was really good today. So I'm going to pick Tewatiad.
Yeah, I think he deserves it. He's becoming a household name, isn't he, Tewatiad? Probably not too many people knew too much about Rahul Tewatiad before this IPL commenced. He's been around for a while, but he's not done what he's done over the last few weeks before, and he's becoming a real weapon for the Rajasthan Royals. Naman, what about you? Your Moonrise Cricket moment of the matches today?
Yeah, I'll go with Sam. I too agree with him. It's Tewatiad, especially that over against Rashid Khan, needing around about 30 runs and scoring back-to-back 3 boundaries of his over. I saw Rashid Khan getting miffed with himself. He had no answers. He bowled a full toss, and that too, Tewatiad hit a reverse sweep to that. It takes guts over there. It takes courage. And yes, there's a lot of confidence in that Rahul Tewatiad is no longer younger or there. He is backing himself and he's hitting proper cricket shots with a lot more confidence.
There's only one thing I'd say to rival Tewatiad, who I think will win today, but I thought the moment when Parag was dropped at mid-wicket by Garg, who just basically came in, didn't even get a hand on the ball. It was a fairly simple chance, I think, and he just completely misjudged it. I think at the time we were coming about halfway through the 16th over of the chase, and it was after that moment, I think, that Rajasthan started to think, we can do this now, and they just put the foot down, scored a load of boundaries and got themselves home. So I think Prem Garg, when he's looking back at the match tonight, will be ruining that missed opportunity. But I'm going to go with you guys. I think Rahul Tewatiad, he's shown his quality again today, and Rahul Tewatiad is our Moonrise moment of the matches. Want to get your game the very best it can be? The future of coaching. Talk to a Pro. 30-minute video conversation, video analysis from players at the top of their game, video shout-outs, get a personalised message from a pro. Great for birthdays, congratulations messages, a prank, or a simple hello. Visit moonrisesports.com or go to Moonrise Sports on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Moonrise Cricket, let's play. Right then, chaps, let's look ahead to Monday. This IPL just keeps on giving us some terrific clashes as we go through. And we're going to see Royal Challengers Bangalore taking on KKR tomorrow. RCB, I think, have looked really good in this tournament. They're in 4th place prior to this matchup. Kolkata Knight Riders are in 3rd. Both of these teams have won the same amount of games. If you look at the head-to-heads between the two sides, it stands at 12-12. There's not a lot between these two, is there, Sam? If you are trying to actually divide these two and make a prediction, it's a tough one to call.
Yeah, they're pretty identical, James. But where I see is that but in KKR's middle order is not as balanced as RCB. So I think that way we can actually compare them. So RCB has a pretty solid middle order. They have Dubey, who's showing great signs, and we have Gurkirat, who is yet to play, but he's a brilliant player. He's been doing well in the nets. I've been seeing all his videos where he's hitting really well. I think he could also be a very good weapon. We have even Chris Morris, who's known to be a good finisher as well. So I think maybe in that area I'll be able to compare between those two and say that RCB has maybe a slighter advantage when it comes to middle order batting.
It would be wrong of me, listeners, to not point out that Sam is our RCB fan and Naman is our KKR fan on these podcasts, so they are slightly biased and quite rightly. Get behind your teams, guys. Sam, Virat Kohli, I love watching him play. When he's at full throttle, there is nobody better to watch play cricket, I don't think. And he's starting to get up to full throttle. His 90 not out in the last game was scintillating class. He showed patience. He showed his brain. He thought about it. He went through the gears. And then in the last 3 overs, he just tonked 4s and 6s absolutely everywhere with some majestic shots. Having Virat Kohli as captain, I can take or leave that. But having him as the best batsman in the world, that's a fairly big asset for RCB to have.
True, James. I mean, like everyone says, form is temporary, class is permanent. He just exactly showed it why. The way he went about business in yesterday's game, it was so good to watch. The kind of shots he played, such clean hitting. Oh my God, it's just such delightment to watch Virat Kohli play like that. And he was aggressive when he should have been, because in the last 4 of, if you see the way he accelerated, even taking those twos, he was always looking for runs, and that's why it makes him like the world's best batsman. Even though he was not getting boundaries, he was trying to get twos. He was trying to convert ones into twos, and his conversion into twos, that is something that what makes him the best batsman. So I think getting him in form is a very good sign for Royal Challengers Bangalore. That's a lot of value for us, and going into the tournament, it gives a lot of satisfaction for the fans also to see him play like that. He's a world's number one bat. It's good to have him in our side. We're just so lucky to have him in Royal Challengers Bangalore.
And now I'm looking at KKR ahead of this game. They're going to take a huge amount of positivity, aren't they, from the fact that they came from nowhere to beat Kings 11. Kings 11 had that match sewn up. They should have won that game. It's just the fact that they're not used to winning and KKR are getting used to winning, and that's not a bad habit to get into.
Yes, I guess the best thing for KKR is that they have identified their best 11. They have identified their roles, and I'm quite happy to see Karthik coming behind. And happy for him that he got his knock. He came back in form in the last match. Also, right now Kuldeep Yadav is not playing, so they have identified another spinner who is bowling in power plays, also in the death overs, which is Varun Chakravarti. So Karthik is backing him too. So yes, Narayan is not taking so many wickets, but they are restricting the opposition. They are not giving too many runs, and Cummins is as good. He has not taken so many wickets like Rabada and Archer, but he is also good with the new ball. Only my concern is about Nitish Rana and also Owen Morgan. Yes, they will fire on their day too. They need those many overs to come in and just apply themselves. Only apart from that, everyone is coming in and they are showing their class. Also, Rahul Tripathi added to the opening concern which they were facing since the first match. Now it has been resolved. So yes, right now the team is very much balanced. Only I guess Russell is injured. I have no news about it right now. If he doesn't play, then yes, they will be hurt somewhere. They will be missing him in tomorrow's match if he's not playing, because they might need an aggressor, especially against teams like RCB. But over and all, yes, they are in quite good form.
Looked like quite a nasty injury, that, didn't it, to Andre Russell? And he's going to be a big miss if he's going to miss a few games, because, I mean, he's probably been more useful to the captain, Dinesh Karthik, as a bowler, hasn't he? Because he's been putting him some tidy spells. The other downer, and I don't want to finish this podcast on a downer, Naman, but Sunil Narine being warned for his action, obviously that doesn't make any difference at the moment, because if he continues and they think it's legitimate, then everything just carries on as normal. But if he gets warned again, he takes a suspension, and that could see him out the rest of the tournament. So he's going to have to be careful, isn't he?
Yes, James, if you remember, we had already spoken on this after remodeling his action. The turns he is getting, the rotation on the deliveries he's bowling is not that too much compared to the earlier. He's not getting that much turn, but his length is absolute spot on. Because of that, he is able to restrict the batsman, but he's not able to take wickets. So I guess he's trying too hard since last two matches, also because he's no longer an opening batsman. He's trying to perform by bowling, by spinning, by taking wickets. He's doing it a bit more. That is why I guess his action might have changed. But yes, it will be a huge blow to KKR if he gets warned again and he gets suspended.
Well, Naman and Sam, I'm not going to ask you who you're going to predict to win this game tomorrow, because I know what you're going to say. I think Naman might go with KKR. Sam might go with RCB. I think it's going to be a really close one. I just think RCB might shade it, because the only thing that worries me with RCB is they do have a terrible performance up their sleeve at some stage. They do tend to put in a woeful performance as well as the brilliant ones at times, and that might be tomorrow. Who knows? But whoever wins it tomorrow will go to 10 points level on points with Mumbai Indians and Delhi Capitals, and be right up there amongst the front runners in IPL 2020. Naman and Sam, enjoy the game tomorrow, and thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you so much, James. Cheers, Naman.
Thank you very much as well to moonrisecricket.co.uk and to Bodyline TShirts.com for their support of this Cricket Badger IPL Daily. We'll be back again tomorrow. I've been James, and I'll see you then.
Thanks for listening. Join us every day throughout IPL 2020. Follow us on Twitter at cricket_badger. Join in the fun. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Rule the day the plant-based way with the new vegan mixed berry from Smoothie King. Powered by whole, non-GMO fruits, oat milk, and vegan protein, it's a dairy-free, plant-based smoothie you can feel great about. With 13 grams of protein and half your daily fiber, it's an easy way to get the essential nutrients your body craves. Skip the line and order online for pickup or delivery. Smoothie King. Rule the day.